By the time I finally figured out how to wrap my firstborn, which wasn't easy and it required hours of YouTube videos and lots of frustration and stress, but when I got him in, I went out to go take him for a walk. I felt all good, and then he barfed the most epic barf ever all down my chest, and I just went on with my day. Hello everybody, welcome to Fam for All Moms. We have 3 special guests today. We have Laura Brown, who is a baby wearing educator and a postpartum doula, and also kind of a baby whisperer.
Yeah, we've seen her magic, you guys. Yes. We've been watching this.
Amazing. And then we have Meg, who's one of Susan's besties. She's a working new mama. And Riley is like 6 weeks old, and I feel like I should whisper because she just fell asleep.
I know.
And we are going to talk about baby wearing today.
This was such a big topic because I would see all these pictures, right? We would
the
see
girls
these
with
girls,
the long hair.
they'd like wrap their baby.
Girls like in a big hat, like a really exaggerated hat.
You know, they'd wear their babies all over the place.
And they look so good doing it.
So good, and they'd be doing it from like day one.
Right.
And I was so jealous because I wanted to wear Ash. I wanted to carry him like right here next to me, you know, everywhere. And we were gonna go on walks every day and stuff. And honestly, I didn't leave the house with him and for like a whole month because I was like freaking out the entire time.
With Idris, I watched so many YouTube videos on how to wrap your baby. And I was like, I just can't get it. And I was so frustrated. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be one of those girls with the long hair and the pretty wraps. And and a few times when I did get it, I never felt secure. And so I would hold him while I was walking.
Yeah. No, if you feel like you have to hold the baby, then something's going on,
right.
And you need to get some help.
Right. Okay, so Meg, you're 6 weeks in.
Have you tried wrapping?
Have you tried the wrap?
Yes, and she hates it. It is so hard when your baby wants to be held and you drop something and you're like, you know, trying to get it with one hand while holding her.
Totally.
It would be great to be hands-free.
So like she mentioned, being able to just be hands-free is what it's all about. It's also really good for their expressive and receptive language, for learning all about how to interact with the family and to be able to just listen and be a part of the ongoing conversation that a family has. But what it's also great for is all those really good feel-good hormones, and that's really excellent because as a culture we don't really value touch the way that other cultures do, but we have some of the highest rates of postpartum depression. So it's really important to be able to touch our babies.
Right.
That's interesting.
I have worn Cyrus. He's 9 months, over 9 months, and I've worn him a ton. Obviously, he's so cute. I look down at his face and he's like right there, and he's sleeping, and it has made my life easier to be hands-free.
Yep, exactly.
And it's about finding the right one for you.
Right.
And that's the one that fits you well. It's the one that you're going to be able to use practically.
Right.
It's the one that is in your price range and the one that fits a partner if you're sharing it with someone.
When is the best time to start to wear your baby?
So as long as baby doesn't have any underlying conditions or wasn't premature, you can absolutely start to wear right away. Almost all carrier styles you can wear from the get-go.
One of the things that I was doing with the first carrier when I was wrapping it around me, he felt really low.
Yeah.
And I was like, where is his head supposed to be? Like, is this normal?
Or too high. I've had her like hitting my chin.
Typically, the most common user error is that baby is too low or the carrier is too loose. So if you imagine that they're born in a C shape and they fit us like little puzzle pieces, that gives you kind of an idea of where baby should be on your body.
Okay.
But can you lean down and kiss them and snuggle them and see their face?
That makes sense.
Do you ever feel like the baby could be like suffocating in there because it's like covered or?
So incidences in carriers is extremely low.
Yeah.
The most risky place for your baby is to be in a car seat out of the car. So I think that's something that we need to compare it to.
I basically gave up. Every time I put Ash in, he'd start to freak out.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of making sure first that you're super confident with your carrier. Why? Because if you show fear or if you're full of anxiety, your baby's gonna pick on, they really pick up on that really quickly. There could be a tiny little detail in how the carrier is adjusted, or if the baby fits in the carrier right, you wanna make sure that it's the right sized carrier and that you're adjusting it to fit their bodies.
How do you know before you invest which one's gonna
Yeah,
work?
that's true, because there's the wraps and there's the carriers.
Right.
The best thing that you can do is, if possible, take a baby wearing class prenatally, just like you would take a breastfeeding class.
Wait,
See,
you can
I
take a
actually
class.
did not know that there was
Wait,
a
of all the
baby wearing class.
classes.
I know. That one seems like it would have been the most useful because you
Seriously.
actually learn tools on how to wrap.
Yeah,
whereas-
absolutely.
yeah.
And really, a baby wearing educator or consultant, almost all communities have them, where you can either hire them privately like a lactation consultant, or maybe take a class at a birth center or a hospital on how to wear the baby. They're going to give you a lot of fit tips and tricks which help you to use the carriers you have, but what they're going to do is go over all the categories of carrier styles and to help you choose one.
Since there are a ton of different carriers, Laura, tell us about the different types.
Okay, so there's 5 main styles of carriers. Style 1 would be a stretch wrap, like we talked about, like a Solly baby. It's something that is stretchy and typically a long piece of fabric that you tie the baby onto. So a next style that I often get asked about is called a ring sling, and what it is a piece of fabric that's attached to 2 rings, where you're adjusting a tube of fabric with a baby in it, and you pull the tail to tighten.
Ash loves this. I can put them on my hip.
They're fantastic for hip carries.
Yeah.
And what that allows you to do is have the comfort of baby facing you, engaging all their muscles. It's really easy on your back, but it gives you a little bit more movement on your front, ability to reach around and do things, and baby's happy. So next style of carrier would be something that buckles. We often call them a buckle carrier or a soft structured carrier. And what that means is that you have 2 straps typically, and then you have something that buckles around your waist. Like this one adjusts on the waistband to allow you to do smaller or narrower for a newborn, and then you unsnap it and move it out as baby gets bigger.
That's the kind of style I've been rocking with Cyrus, and to be honest, he's loved it. So we're like,
And you
not
said
messing with it.
the first one you ever used with him was really cheap, right?
It was $25 from Target. And I
that's
loved it,
amazing.
loved it, loved it,
There is
loved it.
carriers in every price range. This is a woven wrap. This is a non-stretchy wrap.
Oh.
Okay.
So that means that you have to learn to wrap this around the baby as opposed to pre-tying it and popping the baby in and out. So while this has
Sounds
the
hard.
highest learning curve for
Yeah.
sure, it has the highest payout.
Oh.
Because you can wear it from newborn through to preschool.
What?
You
Okay, so
can,
like how many pounds?
up all the way through, most are weight rated to 50, 60, 70 and beyond.
Damn.
You know,
and-
I'll tell you, okay, you guys, I'm half
amazing.
Korean, right? So my grandma used to do this with me and my sisters, and she'd say, "Ababa."
Yeah.
So she'd like throw us on her back, and she'd just like, she would run. I don't even remember, obviously.
on her
But
back?
we would
I
walk
love
around with my little grandma, who
Wow.
was only like 4'11", and she would carry us with this big old wrap around her, and we'd be on her back all the time.
I love it.
Asian style carrier, which may have been what your grandmother used, is called a padegi. It's a wider piece of cloth. Or there is Meidai style carriers, which is essentially a rectangular body with straps. So imagine if we added buckles to it, and that is now our modern buckle style carriers. So
So many
you have lots of options, and that's
many
what's great
options.
is there's something for everyone. There really
Yeah.
is.
So for moms like Meg who have like tried, or moms like I was with my first, should they just keep trying?
Should she toss her 2 Solly wraps that she like probably blew like $70 on each one?
I'm a
on?
big fan.
You owe me.
Right? I'm a big fan of keep trying, of course, but really get help.
I think that's our cue to show her how to wrap, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it.
Okay.
This is going to be how we're going to put on a stretch wrap. So first step is we're going to find our middle marker,
Right, the tag.
the tag. So this tells us exactly the center of the wrap. And so what we're going to do is place this on our chest where baby's going to go or end up. And we're going to hold it down and then give ourselves lots of extra on one side. We're going to go ahead and dip under our elbow and then up and over the opposite side. And what we'll be doing is essentially making an X on our back. Make sure it's all up and gathered on my shoulder here. And then I'm going to switch hands and do the same on the other side. I'm going to give myself plenty of distance. And then I'm going to dip under my elbow and up and over the opposite side.
Okay, wait. I'm slower than you.
So you should feel like the pocket here should be snug like a t-shirt.
Wait.
If you have lots of looseness,
Yeah.
what you can do is gather it all up and then pull on the ends of these to tighten up this tube or this fabric around your middle.
Okay, so mine is like this.
You have plenty of extra fabric, so
Okay.
we want to make sure we're snug for a newborn. So you can grab the tails here and you can pull out a little bit to tighten that too.
Pull out. Oh gosh, this is so much. This is so different.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can then check and see, are we going to have enough room to squeeze for a newborn? So
Like a little bra.
right? And every body is different, but that's part of why wraps are awesome.
Right.
Is that wraps fit every body. It's fantastic.
Okay.
So what we'll be doing next is we're going to gather up our tails. I like to gather them up in a little ball,
Okay.
both of them together. And then I'm going to reach underneath that fabric or that tube, and I'm going to stuff them through. The great part is if they hang down like this, you can actually really easily assess how they're lying down nice and flat on your body. If you're worried about them getting twisted, you can just go ahead and cross them, and that's where baby's gonna sit. And then you finish off by tying a double knot in the back. Now if you have excess, it's totally fine to come back around and tie off on the side if that's more comfortable for you. But that's what's great about these is they fit from the most petite caregivers all the way to plus size.
Can you make it too tight?
It's hard to, you'll notice when you go to pop a baby in that it feels too snug, but that gives you an idea of where to start for the next time.
So I just grabbed my baby, guys. Sorry.
I just grabbed my teddy bear because that's what I'm working with for today. My baby is actually at home. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is place baby on my shoulder opposite the inner pass. The inner pass is the one that's closest to your body. And then I'm gonna reach underneath to guide the foot. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and lower that foot through, and I'm not gonna spread it quite yet. I'm gonna wait and shift the teddy bear to the other side while I reach through and guide the other leg. So this gives me an opportunity to really sit the baby on the fabric and get that nice deep squat that we're looking for. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spread the fabric across the teddy bear's back. And I'm gonna go all the way from nape of neck to the back of the baby's knee. And then I'm gonna do on the other side, I'm gonna go from nape of neck to the back of the baby's knee. My next step is I'm gonna go ahead and find that horizontal layer, or the layer that's gonna go across us. Right down here, and I'm gonna tuck the baby's feet through.
So this is the one that has the tag on it.
That's correct. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up to support the back of the baby's back. And then I like to take the last little bit and tuck it between us, which is hard to do with a teddy bear, but easier to do with a baby.
All right, because there's some weight.
There's some weight, exactly. But what's so nice about this stretch wrap is I can alter it to fit me in a lot of different ways. I can cap it to give myself plenty of room at the top, so I can grab the inner edges and cap it out.
Oh, okay.
I can tuck the back of the teddy bear's head as long as I can see the teddy bear's face. But you have lots of options because it is stretchy. Put your hand underneath and then guide her foot.
Got it.
So you're gonna go ahead and shift her to the other side and then do her other leg.
She loves to hold my hair,
Which is
down today for the first time since she was born.
Don't be afraid to center her and let her sit a little bit. And then you're gonna go ahead and spread the fabric. So you're gonna start from the same side again. You're gonna reach for the inside. So find the edge. May I help?
Yes, please.
So you're gonna find the edge and make sure you tuck her little hand. Most newborns prefer to have their hands by their face. I'm finding my edge.
That's actually a good tip. They like to have their hands near their face.
Or in their mouth.
This guy's like, I just want to stand.
I know, right? So this goes over baby's bottom. So you're gonna just pull.
Too tight? Or?
So it's easier for you to pull than it is for me to pull. So you want to experiment a little bit with it. Yeah. I know, sweet bugs. I know.
This is where I'm like, oh my gosh.
This is exactly, that's where I would get
And
nervous.
this is normally when I'm like, you're out.
And you're nervous too when you're doing that, especially as a first-time mom or when you're trying something out for the first time. And so keep going, stay confident, and they're going to pick up on your confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to keep in mind that babies will fuss. They will talk to you a little bit. It's not the same as crying. Give it a minute.
This arm goes in here.
We're like,
and then you're going to take the last layer, that horizontal layer, you're going to tuck feet through and then up and over the baby's back. And then if baby's fussing a little bit, get to moving a little bit. Don't be afraid to move a little bit. And you want to make sure that this is up to baby's nape of baby's neck. And then if you're worried about baby being in a good seat, you can always lift on the knees a little bit and give them a little nice little push at the bottom of the feet. So
how does she feel?
She feels cozy to me.
Yeah.
It definitely feels snug.
It should be snug. You don't want baby slumping in there, but if you feel like it's too up close to your neck, it'll feel really good to spread these out. You go for it. You go for a little while.
all right, so now we're going to try you, monkey.
Okay.
Okay.
And so he's a lot bigger, so when you go to wrap this, you might want to give yourself a little bit more room, and you will learn this as you go to wrap your
This
bigger
might be
baby.
too tight. Oh, Mama got tight, huh? All right, let's try it.
We'll try it.
Okay, let's go.
One-legged.
Okay. Ooh, we got that. And then, what? Give me that. Oh, yes, there we go. Yep. Okay, so.
You want to start by
This
spreading
one.
the inner one? Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Hi.
Hi, monkey. Say hi to Laura.
And then this edge here can go all the way to the back of the knee. So you can pull this edge as well.
Wait, where? This?
Oh,
Oh,
and then
okay.
this one too.
What was that I... Oh.
There we go. So
Oh,
that he's
Mommy
seated.
can see that.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. He's like pushing off.
Isn't that normal for this age?
Okay. So now I gotta spread this.
Yeah, you'll do the same on the opposite side and just make sure that you're knee to knee.
Okay. He's like, get me out.
Okay.
No, I'd say at this age it's developmentally normal for him to want to push against you. That looks great. And you're gonna go find it and go ahead and find your third layer.
Okay. Did I find it?
You got it.
All right. And so, again, you said that's the one with the.
That's the one with the top.
So I'm gonna pull it over his feet.
Yeah, and if you gather it exactly, just like you would.
Oh wait, we got it. He's not fussing at all.
Yeah, you did great.
How's that going over there?
You're doing great. Yeah.
Now I wish I could walk her home to Santa Monica.
Yeah.
I have to pick her out of this.
I know. I have major baby FOMO.
Aww.
Laura, you're a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all things baby, it sounds like. So
Thank you.
what are some other great resources that other mamas can go to if they want help?
So if you're really interested in learning more about baby wearing, you'll want to find your local baby wearing volunteer group in your community. This could maybe be, you can look for baby wearing and then the name of your city. You're likely to find a group where you can get free help from volunteers. Or you'll want to look for a baby wearing educator that does private consults. And there are several different schools that they can study with, but most are a wealth of knowledge about different carrier styles.
Awesome. And we'll have links in the description.
Links in the description, everything. We'll put all of Laura's information because you guys, she's kind of like blowing our minds.
I know,
today.
you need to come home with me right now.
I'm pretty sure everybody feels that way. They're like, Laura, just come with me.
She's
Come
like,
in my
I'm used to
pocket.
it. Yeah, that'll cost you though. That'll cost you.
I do love babies and it is my passion, and I hope that everyone has really the village and the support system that we all need and deserve, and that's really what it's all about, is moms helping other moms to feel better about what they're doing.
Speaking of village, we have a private Facebook group for fam where you can have just a little bit more of like a personal one-on-one access to the mamas that are featured on the show and the experts that we have.
And to us, you guys can talk to us too.
So there's more info on how you can join that in the description below. Just a reminder to subscribe to the fam channel because all our videos are going to be on there. We're very, very excited. If you guys have any baby wearing tips, comments, suggestions, tricks, leave them in the comments. Chances are if you have a question on something, somebody else does too, and you guys can keep that combo going.
And you guys get access to Laura, so there you go. You're welcome.
I
You're
know.
welcome.
It's so awesome. Where were you 3 years ago? Anyway, that's all for today. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.